Okay, the next thing is how to do a remote file include. When you see that the website is referencing a file, like here, showfile.php or file name equals, you can often change it to be a file on the local file system or a file on the remote file system, which is what we've done right here. We pointed it at a file on a remote file system to make it pull in hello.txt. So by me doing this here, I'll click here. It's referencing a file on the local file system called about.txt. Realizing that that's a file, I could try to point it at Etsy password. Here's another little trick that you can do. So sometimes what you'll end up having to do is a null terminator. I'll show you what I mean. So if you look at this link, I'm pointing it at Etsy password, but how many of you guys see there's a $00 right here? So because there's this $00, that adds like a null terminator. So what that means is the application is thinking that whatever's supposed to come here is just a string. So after page equals, whatever's here should be a string, like, page name, right? Now, if you guys notice, if I remove, like right here, we're reading the Etsy password file. If I remove that and just ask for Etsy pass WD, you'll see that there's no password file here. All that password file does not show up anymore. The reason is because the application is adding a .txt or a .php or something to the end of whatever you place here. The application is putting that there. So if you ask for Etsy password, he thinks you're asking for Etsy password.php. When you put your $00 here, that's a null terminator. It's a string terminator. It tells the application, hey, don't put anything here, because I'm telling you that right here is the end of the string. So in type stringent languages like C, you can have a string terminator, /0 or $00. So you can say /0 string terminator, right? And you'll see that that is the character that does the string terminating, /0. When you represent it in URL encoding, it's going to be $00, right? So that's the null terminated string.
If I can help you learn about who we are, and hopefully, if you're willing to join us, this is Infosecaddicts.